Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Toys, dolls, cars are something that has been part of everybody's growing up years. But some toys are better off if they're left alone. Our today's story talks about one such toy. So let's begin today's story, The Cursed Doll. In a quaint village nestled in the hills of Himachal Pradesh, a family moved into an old colonial style house. The house, with its creaking wooden floors and ivy covered walls, carried an air of mystery. Among the many artifacts left behind by the previous owner was a porcelain doll sitting innocently in a glass cabinet in the living room. Meera, the youngest daughter of the Sharma family, was the first to notice the doll. With its curly blonde hair, deep blue eyes, and a lacy white dress, the doll was both beautiful and unsettling. Can I keep her in my room? Meera asked her mother Anjali. Anjali hesitated. She's delicate, Meera. Let's keep her in the cabinet for now. Meera pouted but agreed, not knowing that the doll's beauty masked a dark secret. One stormy night, the family gathered in the living room. Lightning illuminated the house, casting airy shadows on the walls. As the thunder roared, the power went out. Anjali lit a few candles, their flickering light creating an unsettling ambience. Did someone move the doll? Meera asked suddenly, pointing at the cabinet. The family turned to look. The doll, which was earlier sitting upright, was now leaned to one side, its head tilted unnaturally. Maybe it shifted because of the storm, Anjali said, though her voice wavered. Meera approached the cabinet to fix the doll, but as she touched it, she felt a strange chill run down her spine. She pulled her hand back and whispered, "It feels cold like ice." Don't be silly, her elder brother Rohan said, though even he looked uneasy. That night, as the family tried to sleep, strange noises filled the house. A soft tapping sound, almost like somebody was knocking on the glass. Anjali checked the windows, but they were all shut. The source of the noise remained a mystery. A few nights later, Meera woke up suddenly. The clock struck 3 a.m. and the room was eerily quiet. She thought she heard faint whispers. Meera, Meera. Her heart raced as she looked around the dark room. She spotted the doll, now placed on a shelf in her room. She could have sworn it had been left in the cabinet downstairs. Who put her there? She muttered to herself, trembling. Gathering courage, she picked up the doll and ran downstairs. She placed it back in the cabinet and locked the glass door. As she turned to leave, she heard it again. A faint giggle, high pitched and chilling. She froze, unable to move. The next morning, Meera told her family about the incident. While her parents dismissed it as a bad dream, Rohan decided to navigate. Let's record tonight, he suggested, setting up his phone to capture any unusual activity. That night, the family huddled together in the living room watching TV. The doll sat in its cabinet, seemingly innocent. Rohan's phone recorded silently from a hidden corner. The next morning, they reviewed the footage. For hours, nothing happened. Then, at exactly 3 a.m., the doll moved. First, its head tilted, then its tiny hands twitched. The family watched in horror as the doll's eyes seemed to follow the camera. This has to be a prank, Anjali said, though her trembling hands betrayed her fear. But the final seconds of the recording were the most chilling. A faint whisper filled the audio. Leave this house or suffer. Terrified but determined, the family decided to get rid of the hall. Rohan and Meera took it to a nearby river to throw it away. As they stood on the bridge preparing to toss the doll into the water, Meera hesitated. What, what, what if it comes back? She whispered. Don't be ridiculous, Rohan said. Flinging the doll into the rushing waters below, they watched as it disappeared into the current. Relieved, they returned home, hoping the nightmare was open. But that night, as the clock struck 3 a.m., a loud crash woke the entire family. They rushed downstairs to find the glass cabinet shattered and the doll sitting on the floor, its blue eyes gleaming in the candle night. Anjali screamed, "This house isn't safe anymore." The family left the house the next morning, abandoning the doll and everything else behind. To this day, the villagers speak of the cursed doll in the old colonial house, warning newcomers to stay away, and on stormy nights, some say they can hear faint giggles of a child echoing through the halls. I hope you enjoyed today's story and are careful with the dolls in future. Thank you.